here we go. Back again. Alright, and it is the Friday fix. Of course it is. And this is me covering different stories that have happened throughout the week since the last episode. And this is episode number 9. So yeah, there you go. And to get us started, this is, of course, our good friend, another hero of ours, Mr. Musk, or the Rocket Man, as Amber Heard likes to call him, right? And yeah, he is never out the news, and it's in regards to the chip, right, which we've touched on a few times already. And as you can see from Popular Mechanics, for his next trick, Elon Musk will stream music straight to your brain. Wow, ain't that amazing? Now, the sheep will be queuing around the block for this one. But of course, they said that the chip was to help with things like brain damage. But now, here we are, saying that it can stream music straight into your head. Hip hip hooray, right? And of course, as we covered before, in regards to the chip, it won't only do away with things like headphones or MP3 players, but it's going to completely annihilate language as we know it. And yeah, that's what Elon said. And it probably will if most people end up with this chip. There will be no need for mouth communication. And that's exactly what they said. So yeah, I guess time will tell, right? But this was also in the news in regards to Elon. And this was in CNBC, July 23rd, 2020. And it says, why everyone is talking about the AI text generator released by an Elon Musk-backed lab. Right, so Starlink and Tesla and the Neuralink, well, that ain't good enough for Elon, right? And the key points are a new computer system that can generate entire songs, stories and essays on its own has taken many by surprise. The software known as GPT-3 was developed by a team of researchers and engineers who work at OpenAI in San Francisco. However, it's proving controversial as it sometimes produces offensive content. Right, so yeah, it could probably say or do anything, I'd imagine. And yeah, that's just what we need. That's what we've all been waiting for. And great, we can all now get that for Christmas. Fantastic, right? They also do quote someone that used it. And he says, all you have to do is write a prompt, and it'll add text it thinks we'd plausibly follow. I've gotten it to write songs, stories, press releases, guitar tabs, interviews, essays, and technical manuals. It's hilarious and frightening. I feel like I've seen the future. Wow. Right, sounds great, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. And yeah, I can't help but think it's gonna get to a point now, surely, where people, even people, are gonna start saying, well, what the hell is the point in us, right? And yeah, this AI, it really is scary stuff. And to touch on it a bit more, I did see this as well from Business Insider. And it's from just yesterday, in fact, July 23rd, 2020. And it says, Elon Musk said people who don't think AI could be smarter than them are way dumber than they think they are. Right. So yeah, thanks for that, Elon, the genius, of course. And what does it say? Well, it said Elon's quoted saying, the people I see being the most wrong about AI are the ones who are very smart. Right. because they can't imagine that a computer could be way smarter than them. Right, so who exactly are these people then, Elon? Because I don't think I've ever met anyone who claims to be smarter than a computer, right? But hey, maybe Elon claims he is. And it does say as well, Musk has said he believes AI poses a greater threat to humanity than nuclear weapons. Right, so what is it then, Elon? Are you for AI or are you against AI? Because from where I'm standing, you are most definitely for it. And it does also say in this article at the bottom, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, another hero, has disagreed with Musk. Wow, saying AI has already improved healthcare and could reduce car accidents, while calling excessive pessimism about AI pretty irresponsible. In response, Musk called Zuckerberg's understanding of AI limited. Right, okay. And yeah, just a classic case of good cop, bad cop. But of course, they're batting for the same team, without a doubt. Two heroes, of course. And now I want to touch on, as you can see, a second wave. Because, yeah, we've touched on this a few times for sure. And it doesn't go away, so it's coming. 14 hours ago, Financial Times, blame game escalates as Catalonia grapples with second wave of virus. Right, so it's back again in Catalonia, and yeah, the fingers are being pointed. What a surprise. One day ago, The Telegraph, viral second wave fear will drive us into another lockdown. Right, so not even a wave coming, but just the fear will probably create a lockdown. 3 hours ago, Independent, second wave may have hit Spain, experts suggests. And that's just out today. But I've seen a few times already that Spain's already had a second wave. So again, it just goes to show the deception that you see in the media. Because we've heard they've had a wave before, but now they're saying they've got it now. So which one is it? Here where I am, we are still waiting on the first fucking wave, right? I'm sure that's probably the same with you. And here's an expert here, right? Check him in his shirt. See him in the wee photo. The Guardian, 3 days ago. UK must ramp up coronavirus efforts to avoid second wave, scientists say. Right, and there he goes there, like I said, an expert. And it says, Britain must ramp up its capacity to spot and contain coronavirus outbreaks if it is to avoid a potentially devastating second wave of infections this winter. Senior scientists have warned. Right, so not just a scientist, a bunch of them, but senior scientists, right? So there you go. And yeah, what a surprise. Potentially devastating this winter when temperatures fall. So yeah, I wonder what these experts could be wanting Britain to do. I wonder if you can guess. I bet you can. Well, it says the next 2 months are critical for building a more effective test and trace system. Right, and ensuring that local outbreak teams are ready to handle the resurgence of infections that is feared as temperatures fall, the experts told the Lord Science Committee. Whatever the bloody hell that is, right? And yeah, what a surprise. They are pushing the track and trace and the vaccine, of course. And it does say at the bottom, even so, the country should prepare for a cultural shift where wearing masks becomes the norm. Right, if people have colds, that is, of course, right? But the majority of people will obviously want to wear them round the clock. And yeah, knock yourself out if you want to, but I certainly won't be. And it then says as well, as you can see, and handshakes are probably out forever, according to one of the scientists. And yeah, so there you go. I mean, it's crazy, really. And yeah, that's life, but not as we know it. I don't think I could have named the channel any better, to be honest, because life as we knew it, it's gone, basically. And yeah, they're bringing in a cultural shift and the new norm, but they can take all that, wrap it all up in a fucking vaccine and shove it up their arse, because I don't want it. And yeah, I'm sure you're in the same boat. And speaking of the vaccine, this is from the Daily Mail 1 hour ago. Coronavirus US, normality may be possible after vaccine. Hip, hip, hooray. Right, ain't that great? Fantastic. But of course, when the time comes, it'll all change again. And this is 1 day ago, The Guardian. Government to develop £100 million COVID-19 vaccine manufacturing centre. Now, why would that be? I thought we just needed one vaccine for this coronavirus. That's strange, that, innit? And this is the Financial Times 2 days ago. And it says, US spends $2 billion to secure COVID-19 vaccine. So yeah, congratulations, people of the US. You are now the same as the people of the UK, and you have secured your first vaccine. A cause for celebration, of course. And yeah, these dudes, right? Of course, we can't mention the vaccine without mentioning our pals, Jill and Ben, Bill and Melinda Gates, right? And there's always one thing that you can be guaranteed with Bill Gates, and you will not see a single hair on his face. In fact, his wife looks like she could grow a better beard than Bill Gates, right? So what are they saying about Billy then? Well, Fox News 1 day ago, Bill Gates says coronavirus vaccine could require multiple doses. What a surprise. And yeah, we did actually say about 3 months ago that this could be the case. And it might even be a case where you have to get it every few months. And yeah, that is looking like it's going to be the case. And all the bullshit aside that's in this article, it's saying that it would be 2 doses, possibly a month or 2 months apart. So you would get the 2 jabs in less than 2 months. And then they're saying you would also get a booster jab a few years later. But I can guarantee you that that will change. And it will probably be a jab every few months. That's what they'll be wanting. And that is why they're building these huge centres. Because, yeah, they're going to be producing it like it's fucking popcorn, I'm afraid. And as you can see, this is meant to be a comet or a meteor. But yeah, as usual, it's just a drawing, basically, a computer image, like most of the stuff we get from NASA. But we've covered this before in terms of a comet or a meteor strike. And the conditioning ain't went away. It's still there. 1 week ago, Business Insider. Comet Neowise's surprise appearance highlights Earth's vulnerability. Right, so we're vulnerable to attack from a comet. Right, they used to say from things like Al-Qaeda or ISIS. But comets will be the new war on terror, I'd imagine. And the virus, of course. And 1 day ago, Houston Chronicle, would humanity have been ready if Comet Neowise was hurling towards Earth? So, as you can see, it's pretty clear to see the conditioning is there. And they are setting the seeds in people's minds and programming me and you, basically. Let's face it. And BBC 4 weeks ago, if a comet hits Earth, life will turn to pain. right? So yeah, as you can imagine, that will set the fear factor in a lot of people. And I do know a lot of people feel that there is something in the off in terms of this Comet situation. And yeah, I think they might be right. I kind of have the same gut feeling about it. And I'm not really sure what sort of shit they're going to try and pull with it. So we'll keep an eye on it, and I'll try and keep you updated as best as I can. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I seen this in the Express 16 hours ago. SpaceX latest. Elon Musk's Starlink satellites destroy view of Comet neowise. Wow. And yeah, we've touched on SpaceX and Musk many times. And we did say that once Starlink is in full swing, you can kiss the night sky goodbye. And that is for sure. Forget about comets. You won't even be able to see anything. Yeah, and you can mark my words on that. I think the last count was 45,000 satellites that Elon wanted to put up. But it will be more than that, because it's not only SpaceX that are putting a web around the world, if you like. But there's other companies now that are also planning on putting their own web of satellites around us. How lucky are we, right? It's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, even, I think the company is called, what is it called? Oh, Jesus, it's went completely from my mind. It's not OpenAI. It's OneWeb. I think it might be called OneWeb, right? I had a complete memory blank there. But I think it's called OneWeb. And even, yeah, the British government are ploughing millions and millions into it. Great stuff, right? But of course, we don't need any of it. They tell us that it's for Wi-Fi, so everyone can get fantastic Wi-Fi everywhere on Earth, no matter where you are. But in reality, it's about a lot worse and a lot more than Wi-Fi. And it'll be used for a lot more than Wi-Fi. I can assure you. Unless, of course, we can stop it. Because that's what we really need to do. Let's face it. We don't need it, like I said. And no one wants it. And the people in the remote places in Africa, they don't want it either. I can bet you any money. Right? They'll tell you exactly where to put it, I'm sure. And yeah, that is it for this week's Friday Fix. And yeah, thanks again to everyone that has subscribed. And I have actually got something to share tomorrow in regards to masks. So yeah, look out for that. It'll be around Saturday afternoon. And I will be back again on Sunday as well for Meme of the Week and hopefully a winner. Hip hip hooray. And that is about it. Bye bye.